हाँ, ज्वाइन कर लो फटाफट। ज्वाइन कर लो।
Leads a better lifestyle than the kings and queens of 100 years ago? Did you know that the common man of today
Good afternoon, sir. Deep sir, I'm audible.
हम्म राइट।
हम्म,
मेरा साउंड ठीक है?
हाँ ठीक है।
मतलब लाउड है?
हाँ लाउड है, प्रॉपर है।
ओके, फैंटास्टिक। ओके, सो इज द स्क्रीन विजिबल?
यस।
आई मीन देयर इज
अब
अ स्क्रीन।
पोस्टर दिख रहा है, पोस्टर दिख रहा है।
ओके,
पता नहीं क्यों अचानक बहुत खांसी आ रही है।
मैत्री और श्रीकांत है क्या?
I'm here,
अच्छा अच्छा, ये
Yeah.
श्रीकांत है नहीं?
Shrikant was asking about the link. So I think someone has given him the link.
अच्छा, ओके,
Yeah, Rutuja has given him the link. So probably
है।
he will also join.
तो वीडियो वगैरह प्ले कर दो, अपना जो इंट्रोडक्टरी वीडियो होता है।
Sure, sir.
Leads a better lifestyle than the kings and queens of Did you know that the common man of today leads a better lifestyle than the kings and queens of 100 years ago? Not because he has as much money as they did, but because of innovations and advancements in technology and society. These advancements promise better health, better hygiene, and better diet to the common man than the kings of the past had. This is the true advantage of innovations brought about by positive business.
दीप सर वॉइस नहीं आ रही वीडियो की।
ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है।
क्या हो रहा है?
सर ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है।
वॉइस नहीं आ रहा।
वीडियो का ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है।
उसको बोलो क्या, दीप को। दीप की साइड से प्रॉब्लम है। दीप क्या हो रहा है? हेलो
Sir, from my end, it is playing. The audio is playing, sir.
you might not have selected sound.
Deep,
play
while
sound.
sharing, just put, because your screen share is showing mute. So just click on that if I'm not wrong. Or else someone else can share this video.
Did you know that the common man of today leads a better life?
Is the audio?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it audible? Okay.
यस यस
Right.
Okay, fine. Sir.
Did you know that the common man of today leads a better lifestyle than the kings and queens of 100 years ago? Not because he has as much money as they did, but because of innovations and advancements in technology and society. These advancements promise better health, better hygiene, and better diet to the common man than the kings of the past had. This is the true advantage of innovations brought about by positive business processes. The Indian stock market represents one such positive business process. Come to Dozen Diamonds, where we have dared to imagine an Indian stock market where the retail investor can invest without anxiety about the market volatility, where investor does not wonder about idiosyncratic behavior of company leaders and instead focuses on the productivity of its employees, where he looks forward to invest in the company he loves and believes in, where he recognizes that he is in control of the future of companies he invests in, rather than trying to predict it. We believe such a stock market will bring financial well-being to the life of every Indian. Dozen Diamonds aims to simplify the market with our unique stressless trading method. Whether you're just starting out or already experienced, we aim to bring you technologies which will make investing easy so you can focus on your goals, not the guesswork. Now imagine this. You invest in a company. It grows. It hires. It innovates. It pays better. It shines brighter. And you You earn and grow not just with higher returns, but with better pay and better living standards. The stock market may rise and fall, but the vision must stay steady. With dozen diamonds, right strategy, smart recovery from any losses, and patience, you can invest without stress. So ask yourself, where should your money sleep? In a locker of gold or in the engine of a growing India? Invest in Indian businesses. Fuel the future. Turn your capital into a catalyst. Because for your participation in the stock market to be consistent, it needs to be stressless, following the dozen diamonds principles of investing. The growth of the country lies in your investment in the stock market. In the growth of your country lies your growth. Dozen Diamonds empowers every investor to achieve financial freedom through stressless investing, helping drive India forward on its path to becoming a developed nation. By building a country of investors, Dozen Diamonds strives to lead India to be the Vishwa Guru of 21st century.
Hello everyone. Shall I explain the rules and
Sure,
begin
sure.
the debate?
Yeah,
So,
go
hello
ahead.
everyone. I welcome you all to this Tuesday debate here at DD. Today we are going to have a debate about algo trading versus discretionary trading, and we will be having two teams. The marketing team has Deep Roy and Rutuja Kamble, and the sales team has Akib Dare and Huzefa. So, explaining the rules is that each team will get 5 minutes for each questions to put forward their thoughts. After the first team has put forward their thoughts about that question, the other team will get about 3 minutes to rebut their point of view. And in the same way, there will be at minimum three questions. If the teams are up for it, then we will take the fourth question. Each team has been given 30. Each question is given 30 points, 10 for logic, 10 for presentation, and 10 for research depth. And these 10 points will be divided between the two teams. At the end of the debate, results will be announced, and if the winning team earns two-thirds of the points, total points, then it will get 4 points. Otherwise, it will get 2 points. So the results will be announced right after the debate is finished. So that is about the rules. Hand it over to the team A to start the debate. Thank you.
So just to confirm, we'll start with the scalability question.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes,
Yes.
visible.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, I just want to remind you that trading is not just about machines crunching numbers, it's about understanding the plus of the market. And only human can truly feel that heartbeat. So, let us start with our topic algorithm versus discretionary trading. So the question number one is which trading method is more scalable and required less resources? And you all know the answer. It is discretionary method, discretionary trading. Oh, Josefa, can you just
Yeah. So, as well said by Akib, and starting with the debate, the first question which we have is which trading method is more scalable and required less resources? So, at the first glance, algorithm trading looks more scalable. You write a code once and it runs across the thousands of stocks in different time zones and multiple markets without needing a coffee break or sleep. That's why firms like Renaissance Technologies manage billions with relatively small terms. The mechanisms appears to be doing the heavy lift, but that's not the actual picture. If you see the other side, the scalability comes with the hidden cost. Scaling an algorithm means scaling risk. It is a model is fall over and the assumptions break. They did it in the COVID-19 crash of 2020. The losses are multiplied instantly across all market. Algo the algo is touching. So here would like to give you more brief about the context that as people imagine that what algorithm is just a code which is running and doing things automatically, but that's not the reality. The reality is that there is a lot more database work, mechanism work, lot many developers, lot many costs are invested. An organization is built at the back, years of research is being done, then an algorithm is made. But after that, of hundred of back testings, multiple breakdowns, hundred of bugs which comes across in that process, still few of the organizations and few of the algorithms has succeeded to make a big difference in the market. But where we compare it to the discretionary trading method, there is only an individual trader, a human being who uses his brains, his resources, his news, his instance, his knowledge, and accordingly take the decision in the market what he has to do. Based on his intent, he works for and takes the trade. Akib, can we move to the next slide? So here are some of the great examples in front of us about the discretionary trading. Discretionary trading is often dismissed as in not scalable because it relies on human judgment. But the judgment is the very reason of discretionary trading can scale more sustainably. You don't need to cover every market to be effective. You focus resources where the judgment adds the most value. Instead of chasing thousands of trades blindly, discretionary traders scales through selectivity by building conviction in the favor but smart positions. Here we are trying to explain that for making money, ultimately everybody is here in the stock market. The ultimate achievement is to create the value and worth. So rather running algorithms across 100 markets, taking multiple trades around is not the ultimate purpose. If you really want to create value, you have to focus on those resources which you have, and accordingly take the decisions, which the discretionary traders has done it in the history as the examples are given over here. In fact, in history shows the largest wealth creations hasn't come from massive algorithm portfolios, but from the discretionary decisions. George Soros breaking the banks of England, Warren Buffett scaling capital through focused bets, we all know, and Beckham turns 27 million hedge fund into 2.6 billion during this COVID, which we all know happened in 2020, right?
20
These
seconds
were
left.
not these were not a thousand these were not a thousand small trades. They were high quality scalable judgments which were made by these discretionary traders, and accordingly they created wealth. Can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah. And as we all know, great example for all of us as an inspiration for all the traders out there in India, which is Sir late
5
Rakesh
minutes are
Jubala.
over.
All right.
Okay. So our next question is which
So
trading
we have to
method?
go to the next question, or the other team will speak now,
The,
right?
the other team will speak now.
Okay,
Yeah, Akib,
okay.
yeah, we have to pause for a while. The other team will
Yes.
speak.
So
Can speak.
we'll present the slides
Okay.
or okay,
Yes, Deep, you have to present the slides.
okay, okay. Okay, is it visible?
Yeah.
Deep, just a second. I just want to ask Pratik. Pratik, are they supposed to be repeating the statements that the team A has done, or are they supposed to be presenting their own
It doesn't
slides?
matter. Either way is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Shall hello, Sumit?
Yes.
Okay. So no doubt, without any doubt, algo trading strategy is more scalable and requires less resources. Multiple sources and it has been actually confirmed through multiple sources, through quantitative research data on algo trading, as well as factors driving scalability. Let's dive deep into this. For instance, SEBI reported that algo trading accounted for 97% of foreign investors and 96% of proprietary traders' profits in futures and options in 2024. SEBI also is encouraging retail investors to participate in algo trading, a sign that algos are becoming more scalable. And in terms of market dominance, the IMF's Global Financial Stability Report says that in US, algo trading now constitutes about 70% of equities trading, more than half of futures trading. And also robo-advisor firms, those that use algo trading, their projected growth is from 10.8 billion USD to 69.32 billion USD in 2032 with a CAGR of 32%. And not only that, it's not restricted to retail investors. Proprietary trading firms also come into picture, wherein Hudson River Trading, they have also reported a net trading revenue of 8 billion USD in 2024. And coming to the factors of scalability, for instance, if it's coded once, one algo strategy can be deployed across multiple markets, equities, crypto, forex, and multiple accounts. Automation, of course, it enables massive scale. And also there is low marginal cost of scaling. Once it is deployed, then after coding and backtesting, each extra trade or portfolio adds near zero cost. And needless to say, it is 7. It can manage risks at scale, and it is also way more productive compared to discretionary trading. And also, right now, as we speak, traditional firms like Vanguard, Fidelity, they're also integrating actually algo trading into their platforms. So there is industry-wide adoption. As I have also already mentioned, robo-advisors, firms like Betterment, Wealthfront, they are actually deploying algo trading. Also, FTMO, that's a proprietary trading firm, they have reported over 2.3 million trading accounts in 2024. That's a 33% year-over-year increase. Okay, and the size was only 13 million USD in the previous year. And also in terms of human resources, it actually needs a lot less. And it operates on lean operational structure. In terms of time, infrastructure, capital efficiency, operational costs, algo trading way more actually compared to discretionary trading. Now, a study was conducted. This is the quantitative evidence that actually a study was conducted and published in the hedge fund journal Systematic versus Discretionary Trading, wherein it was concluded that discretionary managers require many years of track record before their skill can be statistically validated. with a Sharpe ratio of 0.7 over 8 years, which means 8 years are needed. And this slows down scaling and also investor confidence.
So 1 minute left, Deep.
So it actually inferred that systematic models are much more scalable because they rely on rules, models, and automation from this experiment. And of course, scalability in terms of, let's say, the autopilot, they can execute on autopilot mode. And in terms of human capital, time, operation risk, technology, infrastructure, in all these aspects, if we look at it through data also, algo trading weighs much more compared to discretionary trading. So it is much more scalable and uses less resources compared to manual trading. Thank you.
Yeah, time is over. Okay. So, Akib, you can
Questions?
repeat. No, now you can repeat.
Yes, I can ask questions now, na?
Yeah, sure.
So, Deep, whatever you are saying, I'm not agreeing to it because scalability is the whole different thing that you are talking about, and resources that is needed for scalability is another part. So, you have to struggle with scalability and resources to maintain your scalability and algorithm and all. But if algorithmic trading is more scalable, why does it demand supercomputers? And
Okay. Hmm.
does it work in low latency network or not? How can you say like it is just scalable and all? What are the parameters of it?
Your
And
point is over?
here,
Hmm.
here, if you look on our side,
Hmm.
our heart is human brain.
Hmm.
That's all we have.
Okay, so first of all, a lot of points I have covered, and also quantitative evidence is there.
Deep, I have a small point, Shrikant here.
Hmm.
Like what you said, difference between algo trade and normal manual trade. But
Hmm.
uh, whatever you said made me more sensible. But only I have a point for algo versus this, that people who do manual trading are no more doing a manual trading. They have records which are, in very fine-tuned way. I mean, they are just before execution of algo, whatever records are there, they are ready. There are so many platforms which are ready to help a manual person to decide. Sometimes I feel that with so much of data in your hand and so much of decision making capabilities, it is quite possible that you might come up with one or two or three different types of uh, order which you can put simultaneously, which is more appropriate than algo, because algo will do what? It will just change or do as like what Akib is telling me. It is not like that, but resourcefully it can do wonders. But again, the people who are doing manual trading are more cautious. They can see the market trending in a different way and stop it. But
Okay,
in
coming to
algo,
the point, I got your picture, the whole picture. Coming to
Deep,
the point.
Deep, if you allow me, I would like to just give my humble full submission.
Yeah.
Based on your research, which you
Hmm.
you can just explain, based on the counters which you have received by Akib, Shrikant, and me. Based on your research, you just gave your figures, reports, research, and analysis how the study has been done. But the basic questions which was asked and was being debated was the resources, which was not highlighted in your research, I believe. The
Absolutely
resources which we are
highlighted.
talking about, which
Absolutely
which
resources
the
highlighted.
comparison, if you allow me, I would like to complete.
Hmm.
The resources which you are talking about, as in the investment, the cost, the mechanisms, the people, the manpower, the machines, the database which we are talking about as compared to discretionary trading method is required, and as compared to algorithm. So you just are, you in your research, there were numbers given that how the graph has increased and how things are happened. That's one other thing, but the question was the resources. who required more resources and who required less resources.
So first of all, algo trading, I will again counter. Algo trading is way more scalable in terms of everything, in terms of lot of aspects, in terms of coding, in terms of time efficiency, in terms of productivity, is in terms of risk management. Now coming to the resources aspect as well, human capital. You said about human capital. Human capital, it requires way more compared to discretionary trading. In terms of time, time is also a very important resource. And compared to discretionary trading, time required is way lesser. Reason being, it's automated. It's very obvious. Coming to the operational risk also. Again, there is a lot of risk involved, and risk managing. Let's say, for instance, you're a retail investor and you are into discretionary trading. There are a lot of risk. I mean, if you fall sick, and then it goes down, means you can't even trade. And in terms of proprietary traders, or let's say institutional investors, with each added benefit, they have to add manpower. Whereas in algo trading, you don't have to add manpower because it's all coded, it's automated. So the resources point is highlighted very well in my research. And the last point, what I will say in terms of technology and infrastructure. In terms of technology and infrastructure, which you highlighted, on the onset, algo trading might require a bit of setup. Technological infrastructure might cost a bit more, but the ongoing cost is way lesser, as it has been proven through quantitative evidence that I highlighted. That is the reason I highlighted the quantitative evidence that concluded that the resources required in algo trading, ongoing resources, is way lesser compared to discretionary trading. And that is proven by quantitative statements and quantitative experiment. It is not that I am saying. That is my conclusion. Algo trading weighs way more in terms of scalability and resources. That is what I
Deep,
would say.
would like to tell you that you're talking about when the things are developed, when the algorithm is functional, when the algorithm is making a good revenue in the market, when the strategy is working completely fine. You're talking about based on that perspectives. What we are talking about over here in the debate is from the beginning till end. You're talking about when the things are developed and after that it's functioning, and after that what are costs are required. But what about the process? What about the investment which has already been made? What about the investment which has already been made is way bigger than the returns which the
Why you
algorithm
are
is
talking
making?
about, first of all, why you are talking about investment in terms of, let's say, I told you already at the onset, it happens that setting up the algo trading is a bit more expensive than manual trading. I told you. But at the same time, the ongoing costs actually way lesser compared to
Yeah,
discretionary
that's
trading.
what I'm
So
also
if
coming to the
I'm
same point.
so if we are talking about investment, you are talking about investment, right? So
Correct.
if we manage the resources, let's say talking about managing the resources. So what do you think? I mean, a code can be replicated across multiple assets, and whereas in discretionary trading, manual trading, each and every asset has to be managed by a manpower. If we talk about ongoing resources also, of course, you are here to continue your business, right? So it is very much actually eminent, and it's very much obvious that in terms of resources also, algo trading actually requires less resources, ongoing
Okay, okay,
resources, because
okay.
of course you want to continue with your business, right? I mean, if you go on adding
Correct, but
manpower.
my point is just my last submission is if you're investing, like let's suppose 10 crores for building an algorithm, but you're again investing or just running that algorithm to just come to the break-even point, making that return from that algorithm when functioning in the market after investing your capital as well on top of the 10 crore which you invested just to build that algorithm is way much value cost invested as compared to discretionary trading. That's my last submission.
So, in relation to investment, also there are a lot of ML algorithms, ML based, machine learning based algorithms that are actually way more cost effective. It doesn't require 10 crores, and also it doesn't require that much time to recover the investment also. I
If
mean,
anyone
the
from the
capital.
audience want to ask some question, they can ask. Okay.
Just one question, Sumit. Just one question. Let me speak.
Mm-hmm.
Deep,
I
you
have a
said,
question.
what if the trader is on bed rest? My counter question is, what is your whole system, whole server, whole APIs in on are on bed
Let us
rest?
not eat into the audience time. Let's give
Okay.
audience a fair chance to talk.
Can I ask one question?
Sure,
Sure.
sure.
So basically, I just want to ask whether discretionary trading is something that only an experienced person can do, or something that anyone can use. Is it like that?
Sorry,
Because the
can you come
formulas are
again?
there. I want to ask whether discretionary trading requires a trader to have a lot of experience. Algo trading can be used by anyone who is even new. Is it like that?
No.
No,
It is
if
not
if the
like that.
answer is no, like in algorithm also you need to understand what's the concept, what's the logic behind. Though it feels like you just need to do few clicks, right? But if a fat finger hits a wrong button, it can lead to a big huge losses. The system can run and take numbers of unwanted trades which can lead your capital burnout completely, right?
Okay.
Whereas if in a discretionary trading method, if you have your own logic, your own research, and you take a decision, if you think the moment that your decision is wrong, you can cut down your losses and you can scare off your position, and that way the losses can be reduced. But whereas in algorithm, once the code is being run, it will only be stopped by the coder who has been done it. If you are not able to do it, or if things get out of control, you
And
cannot
uh,
manage as a normal human being, right?
and for
Okay.
me, experience is the shield that protects markets, jobs, and resources from being consumed by these all machines and algorithms.
One question to Deep. Deep, I
Right.
just want to ask a question that consider me as a full-time trader. I'm sitting in front of the screen all the way, all the time, and I'm making good profits. So, what is the requirement for me to shift in an algorithm trading platform?
First of all, you don't need to monitor constantly.
See, so I love to
Through
monitor now
monitor.
because I'm a full-time trader.
So
Because I'm
you
a
don't
full-time
need
trader.
to. You don't
But
need
I
to.
love to. See,
First,
people out there in the
because
stock
it leads
market.
to stress.
No, see, people out there in the stock market, they even cannot like have a lunch without seeing the screen.
No, no. The market is shifting, brother. Market is
No,
shifting
because
and it is validated by data. As I told you, 70%, over 70% of the US equities accounts for algo trading only. And you are
no,
talking
no,
about prehistoric time, wherein people
no.
used to sit in front of the screen and
Deep, I
monitor.
would request you to allow him to complete his question first.
No, he has completed his question. Nishant, have you?
Yes. I have completed. That is the
Yeah, he
question.
has already completed. So I am
No,
answering his question that is
hmm.
backed by data also, and even the people who have been in retail trading, they are shifting to algo trading, and that's why you
Deep,
see news
Deep,
by SEBI.
my question is
Wha-
that
wha-
why should I switch
hmm,
to a algorithm trading, right?
hmm.
I cannot shift because others are shifting. You cannot say that, yeah,
First of all,
other
it
people
will
are
lead to
shifting,
a lot
I
of
should.
stress. Okay, why? I'm answering your question. First of all, it will
Okay.
lead to a lot of stress. Okay, that you can't ignore because you need to
Oh,
constantly monitor the market. Number two, it will consume a lot of your time. That you also can't ignore. Number three, the accuracy level, even if you are a seasoned trader also, I mean, you also know the fact that only 7% of the traders are successful in India, if I talk from Indian perspective, right?
No,
So
7%. I
now,
don't think so. I don't think so. 7% is the
uh
right
so
We are running out. We are running out of the
SEBI
time.
has
So
reported. So
yeah.
stress
You are
majorly,
saying
and
about
it
FNO
eliminates
data.
and it also eliminates the I would say the human bias. When you are in front of the screen, of course you will have a bias, right? You will have a bias towards certain trades. towards certain points, towards certain stop
Hey,
losses.
Deep, hello. Yeah, we will take some question at the end of the debate. So we are running out of the time.
Okay,
We need to go for the second question.
Okay.
Okay.
Akib, please present the screen.
Yes, yes, yes. Visible?
Yep.
Hmm.
So our next question is, which trading method is more stressful? Here, in the case algorithm trading, once code is written, the system runs automatically, executing trade faster than a human can. May argue that since the mechanism makes the calls, the trader avoids the emotional roller coaster fear and greed. But in reality, stress doesn't disappear at all. Is just get shifted. Can we move to the next slide, please? Go back. Yeah. So it's well said. And next slide, please. Yeah. So the algorithmic trading faces content fear of constant fear of technology failures like execution errors, bugs, server outrage, fat finger inputs. These are some term, big terms which comes across the algorithms and which leads to big losses. Go to the next slide. Here we have a study and a great example how to lose 440 million in 45 minutes. One of the US based trading organization, King Knight Capital, on 1st of August 2012, which has deployed a faulty trading software, and in 45 minutes, less than an hour, millions of trades, unintended trades were executed, which led to 440 millions of loss just lesser than an hour. This can happen if you go with the algorithmic trading, where we go to the next slide. So the discretionary trading is definitely emotional. Uh, Trader feels the weight of even decisions, every fluctuation in price, but with an experience and discipline, the stress can be managed and transformed into intuitions, which, as very well said by the great traders, which one is the Paul Tudor Jones and Stanley Beckenmiller, which says that stress becomes an information telling you when to act and when to step aside. Unlike algorithm, a human can pause, adapt, or sit out of the market when the things doesn't feel right. This is the important part, as the great speaker has also given their insights that how the stress is information for them based on their experience and investment in the market, right? And as they well said by Stanley Backmiller, that the best trade are the ones you don't make. Going to the next slide, based on one of the greatest examples about the intentions based upon the research that John Miller in the year in 1987, when everything was going good, everybody was buying, everybody was in the good bull run, right? He got an intuition that things are not as it should be. He exactly in 1929 the same scenario has been happening. He got that intuitions. Based on that, he changed his position. He said at the sell side, and accordingly he made his portfolio go over by 200%. Go to the next slide, please. Here the stress movement is there, where the other was in a bull run, and he accordingly, based on the good sensation, good run, nobody gets that stress, nobody gets that intuition that the fall will come, but he got it. As he was a discretionary trader, he knows how charts go, how situations happening. If everything is going good, there is something fishy around. Accordingly, he made the decision and changed his position, which lead him to a scalability of 200%.
Yeah, one more minute left. Huh?
Yeah.
So this is about the point where the discretionary traders accordingly made proper decisions, and accordingly based on their analysis take proper uh, proper making of trades and accordingly make good revenue. Whereas we talk about algorithms, if we see that it is stressless, that's not the reality. There are hundreds of stress which is going around. As gave you the examples of bugs, fat finger, a great example of 440 million loss. Good examples of deploying wrong algorithm into a live market. These are the examples which give us a clear picture that the algorithm does not remove the stress at all. Whereas
And
if in the discretionary
yeah,
trading, the stress after a certain duration act as a fuel, act as an information, knowledge and intent, which values the trader to take proper decision. Go ahead, Akib.
and when the market crashes, the difference between human judgment and blind machines become crystal clear on this screen.
Okay, your time is done, Akib.
This is Black Monday.
Hello.
Yeah,
Akib,
yeah.
your time is
Yes,
done.
yes, yes, yes.
So, yeah, Deep, continue.
Not visible.
Not now.
Now,
Yeah,
can I start?
yes.
Now the next topic is which method is more stressful. मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्ट्रेसफुल है एज कम्पेयर टू अल्गो ट्रेडिंग. उदाहरण के लिए रोबोट एडवाइजर जैसे बेटरमेंट और वेलफ्रेंड जैसी कंपनी जो अल्गो ट्रेडिंग मेथड यूज़ करती है वो अपने क्लाइंट को सर्व करने के लिए और बहुत सारे प्रोसेस को ऑटोमेट कर देती है. अल्गो ट्रेडिंग के जरिए जैसे एसेट एलोकेशन, पोर्टफोलियो रीबैलेंसिंग और टैक्स लॉस हार्वेस्टिंग, इससे क्या होता है कि बहुत सारी जो चॉइस है जो एक ट्रेडर को करनी पड़ती है वो सब ऑटोमेट हो जाती है. इससे चॉइस रिलेटेड और टाइम रिलेटेड स्ट्रेस कम हो जाता है. और एग्जांपल के तौर पे बेटरमेंट कहता है कि क्लाइंट कभी कभार ही लॉग इन करता है और इम्पल्सिव ट्रेडिंग भी नहीं करता क्योंकि सब कुछ ऑटोमेटेड है. इसका मतलब ये है कि कांस्टेंट मॉनिटरिंग की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती और इम्पल्सिव ट्रेडिंग डिसीजन कंप्लीटली एलिमिनेट हो जाता है. इससे इमोशन और मॉनिटरिंग रिलेटेड स्ट्रेस भी कम हो जाता है. वेलफ्रेंड जैसी कंपनीज कहती है कि सेट इट एंड फॉरगेट इट, मतलब क्लाइंट को सिर्फ एक बार सेटअप करना है और उसके बाद पूरा प्रोसेस ऑटोमेट है. अब कुछ स्टडीज की बात करें तो इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग पर रिसर्च कहती है कि इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग में फास्ट डिसीजन लेने पड़ते हैं. कभी कभी ट्रेडर्स ओवर लेवरेज कर लेते हैं. इंट्राडे या मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग में मार्केट को लगातार मॉनिटर करना पड़ता है. इससे बहुत इमोशनल स्ट्रेस होता है. स्टडीज ने यह भी दिखाया है कि इमोशन जैसे फियर्स और ग्रीड इम्पल्सिव डिसीजन को ट्रिगर करते हैं. मैनुअल ट्रेडर खासकर प्रेशर में या जब मार्केट वॉलेटाइल हो जाता है, यानी मैनुअल ट्रेडर्स प्रेशर में आ जाता है जब मार्केट वॉलेटाइल होता है. इम्पल्सिव डिसीजन भी लेना पड़ता है. अब अल्गो ट्रेडिंग में स्ट्रेस बहुत कम होता है क्योंकि प्रोसेस ऑटोमेटेड है, तो फास्ट डिसीजन मेकिंग की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती और इमोशनल रिस्पॉन्स जैसे फियर या ग्रीड ऑलमोस्ट एलिमिनेट हो जाता है. परफॉर्मेंस रिलेटेड स्ट्रेस भी खत्म हो जाता है. एमआईटी ने ये भी स्टडी किया है. एमआईटी ने डे ट्रेडर्स पे स्टडी किया है. ये स्टडीज वैलिडेट करती है कि मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेसफुल कंपेयर टू अल्गो ट्रेडिंग. रिसर्च ने 3 पैरामीटर्स पर ट्रेडर को स्टडी किया है. पहला, डे ट्रेडर्स का रिस्पॉन्स वोलाटाइल मार्केट में. दूसरा, इमोशनल रिएक्शन का इफेक्ट ट्रेडिंग परफॉर्मेंस पे. और तीसरा, पेपर ट्रेडिंग और रियल ट्रेडिंग का कंपैरिजन. अब इसमें ये पाया गया है कि एक्सपीरियंस ट्रेडर भी काफ़ी स्ट्रेस एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं. स्ट्रेस के कारण उनका हार्ट रेट और स्किन कंडक्टेंस भी इंक्रीज होता है. इमोशन जैसे फियर या ग्रीड अक्सर क्रिटिकल डिसीजन मेकिंग को इम्पेयर करते हैं जिससे पुअर ट्रेडिंग आउटकम्स होते हैं. कभी कभी स्ट्रेस इतना हाई लेवल हो जाता है कि लॉजिकल रीजनिंग फेल हो जाता है और ट्रेडर्स को ट्रेडिंग छोड़ना पड़ता है. पेपर ट्रेडिंग वर्सेस रियल ट्रेडिंग के बीच यह पाया गया है कि पेपर ट्रेडिंग करने वाले भी सिग्निफिकेंट इमोशनल स्ट्रेस फेस करते हैं. तो इससे ये पता चलता है कि मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग काफ़ी स्ट्रेसफुल है एज कम्पेयर टू एल्गो ट्रेडिंग. थैंक यू. डन फ्रॉम माय साइड.
Rutuja, can you go back to previous slide, please?
Why not? Just a minute. This one?
Yes, what it is showing exactly?
it's showing that emotional.
Hello.
Hello. You are not audible.
Yeah, there might be some network
Okay,
problem.
now Josefa and Akib, you can rebut. You can ask questions to
Yeah,
Deep and Ritu. Okay.
yeah. So my first question was like, as it's been said by the team that they don't require human beings after running an algorithm, right? It's basically all stress free, everything is being automated, things gonna happening. But that's not the reality, I believe. If you have invested your money out of the pocket, you have that human intention, although things are being automated, but you have that feeling inside you to watch what happened today in the market, right? You end up being in the profitable position or you end up being in the loss. And we don't I it's not the it's not that every algorithm is working 100% in a profit. There are days which algorithm makes profit, there are days which algorithm make losses. Some algorithms, that's the reality of the market. Same goes for the discretionary trader. So this statement of saying that it's completely stress led, completely human free, once you plug and play it, it will
Am I
automatically
audible?
work. That's
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
you are
yes, you
now.
are audible.
सॉरी हाँ कनेक्शन प्रॉब्लम हो गया था.
No problem, no problem. Ritu. Okay,
So
okay.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
Deep sir, can
Huzaifa.
you share the slide?
Okay. No issues. No issues. Huzaifa, come,
So
continue.
completing my point, it's not the reality that you do a just plug and play. It can be a good pitch line or good tagline for the companies who are selling algorithms, but as in consumer point of view, as in trader point of view, it's not the reality. You have to watch the market. You have to see what happened at the end of the market when the markets are closed. And it's basic intent of a human being when they invest their capital, when things are working behind their back, though they have that intuitions to go and watch, though they have the
Uh,
intuitions to go and check if things are going
Okay, I got
other
your
ways.
point, Huzaifa. Huzaifa, I got your
Yeah.
point. Okay, coming
sir,
to your point. Okay, just a minute. Let
okay.
me make my point. Okay, first of all, it is plug in and play only. Okay, coming to the research. Like for instance, I don't know whether you have heard of the firms Betterment and Wealthfront. They are very well-known firms in the US, actually robo-advisor firms, and we have given you some data also. Okay, and it is completely validated. I mean, in no way they can grow if the retail investors won't adopt them, right? First of all. Second is, you are talking about it's not only plug and play. I am just keeping aside the marketing aspect of the firms. Okay, I'm talking about in terms of constant monitoring. That is actually you need to do in discretionary trading or manual trading. That is absolutely not needed in algo trading, as we can
Yeah,
understand that it is automated. Sometimes
okay.
we can just have a look at it. Okay, but it is not
But we
act.
are Deep,
Mm.
but here we are not blind. Algorithm make us blind.
No. Algos don't make us blind because actually it
How?
is the opposite way. It is the opposite way because algos are
No.
not blind. It is not a pseudoscience, brother. It is not a
See,
pseudo. It
automation
is
removes the control
But
from the
no,
here
traders.
absolutely
here
not. It is
Nini,
here
backed.
this
I
is
would like
not.
to give.
See, understand. It is backed by data. It is backed by machine learning, man. It is
So,
completely a scientific process.
so
It is
what about
not
2010
something blind.
flash crash? What
There,
about
there
2010
will be,
flash crash?
there will be. I can give you number of instances wherein it performed way better
Yeah, show the
than
numbers, Deep.
discretionary trading.
Yes. So show us the numbers.
Okay, I can. Let me
Guys,
let me.
I have a very sensible question for both of you. Number one is that one algo is there, two algo is there. People are there who are doing algo trading, and there are certain people who are doing different kind of algo trading. For example, one is say for example buy and sell. So tomorrow there will be a tug of war between algo traders. That is my first question. Second question is that There, yesterday market was, say for example, Nifty was reading around 24,000. Suddenly there is a bad news globally, and the market opens itself at, say for example, 400 points down. These algos will not be able to work at that time because they don't know, they don't have data what has happened. The things which has happened was nothing related to trading. It was related to something sentimental, and it did not work. How will algos do and help us out? Anybody from you can answer that.
See, first of all, we are talking about stress. We're not talking about any particular instance. We are talking about which method is most stressful. We are actually deviating from this point.
So
What I understand.
adding to Shrikant sir's point, what sir meant to say that if your algorithm after this kind of situations break, the person who has thinking in that imagination or delusion that things are going automatically, but the algorithm got broke and he's not aware of why, because he's not watching the market, he's not getting aware of what is happening. Later on, after pass of the session or after the things has gone out of his control or against his favor at all, he ended up making a huge loss. Why?
Okay,
Because of the
let me.
algorithm.
Got it, got it. I got your point. Let me ask you one thing, Josefa. Have you heard of circuit breaks? Have you heard of volatility filters? These technical terms, have you heard of?
Yeah, I have heard.
I don't think so. Because these
So that is
technicalities
your problem.
exist, these technicalities exist, and which firms actually use it? Betterment, Wealthfront. Why they use it? Because what Shrikant sir has told us or shared with us, that in not only past events, but also if something adverse thing happens, even in future, there are mechanisms, risk mechanisms in place that can control the risk exposure, and so that the retail investors won't face that loss that we are talking about, and that
Oh, but
Shrikantji
sorry to
already
disturb
shared with
you.
us.
Sorry to disturb you, Deep, but I really don't agree with this because many of time what happens, you're talking about the circuit breakers, but let's say market open gap down by 400 point and stocks went down and open it down circuit. So your algorithm will not be able to sell those stocks at that point of time.
That is fine, but again, it gives you a provision. It gives you a provision as a retail investor to not only monitor, but in you can also pause.
No, so
Always, all the institutional grade algos do that. I mean,
So you're
by
trying to
no
say
way
that
you can do
if
that.
the algo has not able to execute the orders which he needs to do just because of the market gap down or gap up, you mean to say that the algo will pause that strategy or that algorithm? That's what you're trying to say?
Not
Of
algorithm.
course.
In terms of there is a risk mechanism that I told you, and that risk
Yeah, so
mechanism
then how
actually
can you
controls that.
elaborate how it will be executing that? Let's suppose if the algorithm was asked to sell that stock at let's just give an example at 100, but the
Hmm.
market was gap down 10 points and
Hmm.
it was not able to catch that figure, then how he will
Hmm.
be executing further his trade? How
So
is
for,
he will
for
be
so for that,
closing his trade?
so
Then
there are
you will create
strategies.
another algorithm for
So
it.
there are no there are strategies for diversification as well as risk control, where it can pause for the moment. Okay, and it can also classify
My
or
question is then
diversify.
if it is pausing, then when it will be playing and how it will gonna
It
execute
will
that?
be best. It will be based on your rules that you have set for the algo when you
So if you
started
can
trading.
explain
my
like how.
as per
Yes,
my
Josefa,
when
understanding,
you
Josefa,
when you when you
algos
for
have.
example the stop loss,
Now
for
take some question
example
from
the
audience.
step size. Okay, all these things, all these parameters are set by you only, right? While initiating the algo. Now
Deep,
it
See,
will be, yeah.
markets are dynamic. Algorithms are made on the past market data. So how you are saying
No,
about
no,
risk
no,
management?
no. It's
No,
not like
no,
that. The gap
not
down is
not like that.
situation, gap down situation in all different formats. Be it a U.S. market, be a Japanese market, be something lull
Hmm.
has happened in the this can be tackled. But only fear is that There are two people sitting on the edge. One is for the pro side, one is for the con side. Both will come up with different algos. That is where, again, operational kind of what it is being done now in the market. Operators are sitting, the same strategies will be used by each and everyone. Like if you buy, say, 1,000 puts, again you will see that market is crossing you. Why? Because people on the other side see the volume and they start deciding. The same is being done. So basically, the thought that algo will remove your stress is not so true. Algo will definitely will help you to marginalize the human efforts and make them more faster. But again, the more refined algo you and the uh, different types of traders will have, the more the market will be in that mode. So in totality, algo are capable to handle all these things, Josefa. It is not that. And Nishant was rightly saying that he wished to see the market running. That also can be seen in the algo. Anyway, whenever trade happens, he can see it. Third is that there are certain algo which helps you to intervene in between. So that way it is
Right,
okay.
right,
But
right.
ultimately, these things are now very new to the market. There are no good policies by any stock exchanges, including USA, that how these are going to take care. But anyways, the future is algo. The future is not manual trading. That is for sure.
And just to add that, to add to that, it's like we are not talking about which method actually removes the stress 100%. We are talking about which method is less stressful. So from that perspective, we have actually shared the points. So algo trading is way less stressful compared to discretionary trading in number of aspects, as we have shared already.
Yeah, so my last submission to this point is that it's your submission that is less stressful, but for me it's more stressful if things are out of control. Whereas compared to discretionary trader, a manual trader who has been gone through that kind of stressful situation and he knows how to handle it. But whereas if the algorithm breaks or algorithm is doing what he's supposed to do, but he's not able to due to the market situations or any news or sudden breakout or downfall in the market,
Yeah.
but seeing to that
Hmm.
The
situations
only
happening in
option left.
front of the screen of
Hmm.
the man of a trader, he has the only option to just stress about what to do, what not to do, but because he do not have anything is in his hand. But whereas in manual trader, after being in a stressful situation, he can control that, he can reduce his stress. But as whereas in compared to algorithm, he cannot do anything, just to
Brother, you are
be
not
left
aware.
in the
Okay,
stressful
not aware at
situation
all.
until the
No,
company
no,
or the algorithm
absolutely not.
technology
Algo trading have lot of capabilities and risk mechanisms in place. You are talking about something which you don't know. For instance, algo trading, the risk control mechanism, the two triggers I have told you, okay, those are way more established in firms like I have told you, FTMO, Betterment, Wealthfront, all these. Why these firms are growing? Why do you say adoption? And these are actually numerically proven. Why? Because retail investors are adopting this, right? We are not here to tell exactly which segment is adopting discretionary, but it is proven, and risk mechanism is there. That's why they are adopting. Retail investors are adopting algo trading compared to discretionary trading. And even if you know, in terms of discretionary trading, also, even if you know that some incident is going to happen or event has happened, but still you have your emotions high, and it has been proven, quantitative evidences are there, as we have already shared, that even you can't control your emotions and you will go out of place,
Okay, okay.
even in
Okay,
discretionary
Deep.
trading.
Okay, Deep. Anybody from the audience ask some questions? Want to ask some questions?
Yeah, I have one question. That
Yeah,
the what
ask.
is the amount of retail traders using algorithmic trading in India? Do you have that number?
So right now, exact number I don't have, because it is not published
Oh,
through any validated source in India. I'm talking about, yeah.
Okay. If no question, then we have to move for the next question. Then Akib, start for the next question.
yes, yes. And so
Which trading method handles market volatility better? Here, the actual picture comes up based on the manual trading and the algorithm which we are just talking about in this debate. Human can adapt the real time interpreting news, sentiments, and sudden spikes far beyond what were pre-programmed rules can capture. Algorithm often struggled in extreme volatility. They may trigger unnecessary stop loss or execute trade based on outdated parameters. A skilled discretionary trader can pause, reasons, and act with the context, whereas an algo trader follow the rules blindly as, or has to be shut off. So i- in the violations conditions, discretionary is, go to the next slide, please. Akib, go to the next slide, please. Algorithm makes tra- algorithm makes trades, humans makes decisions. If we have a great example as in COVID-19 crash in March 2020. In COVID-19 crash of March 2020, the global market collapsed by over 30%. Algorithms sold blindly into panic, while the discretionary traders used this judgment to see it's the recovery before it is happened. So here would like to just give you more point that in that crash, algorithm went by the flow that things gonna go negative, negative, negative as everything was going negative around. The bloodbath was going around in the market. Whereas as in discretionary traders, for them it was the best opportunity to invest and accordingly to be into the position so that once things get settled down, they're gonna be having good returns. And if you we don't have the numbers at present. If you see in that duration only, the numbers of traders has been spike up as per the research and the resources of the SEBI. Numbers of demat account got increases, number of brokers got increases after this uh, COVID-19 crash. Go to the next slide, Aki, please. The case study of the crash in 2010 when the demonetization happened. Go back to the slide. Where in 2011, when the sudden extreme dropped over there in the US stock market, almost 1,000 points in a minute before rebounding algorithm triggered an ample amount of hands restored order. Go to the next slide. So this is basically a scenario where an algorithmic technology was there in the market. Go back. We'll come back to the demonetization. Go back to the previous slide.
no, that is the one you
Yeah.
already.
So here, if you see, it was
Josefa
an
can
opportunity.
Josefa, you can start with demonetization.
Demonetization. Let
Yeah.
us repeat it.
Okay. So the demonetization has been all known that all of a sudden in the evening, our prime minister came up and announced that the the 500 and 1,000 rupees notes were banned, and accordingly, algorithm was not able to digest that, was not able to figure that how they wanna shift their positions, how they gonna react in the market. But as a manual trader, as a discretionary traders, they were very smart. Accordingly, they switch with their portfolios. They started investing into those segment which were more connected to e-transfer, net banking, and all kind of segments, whereas they square off their positions in the real estate jewelries which suffered a heavy loss. This is about the report on the demonetization in India which happened back in 2016. We all know of one of the examples of Russia and Ukraine war. Another similar examples that algorithm was not able to adapt this news, was not able to predict what gonna happen, how gonna things work, because algorithm is not tuned in that manner. It doesn't have that features to read news, to analyze based on the news what is happening around the world, and accordingly predict and take decision. Is basically based on the database, based on the rules, the algorithm which is being programmed in it. It cannot figure out how to react based on the news, based on the situations which is real time happening or all of a sudden happened in the world. So this is one of the examples where things were not in the favors of algorithm but were completely favored in the market as per the manual traders and discretionary traders. We have given you the
Your time is
examples of
done,
the same.
Josefa.
All right, thank you.
Let's start. Hello.
Deep, you can continue.
Okay. So, of course, algo trading manages or handles market volatility much better compared to discretionary trading. And multiple sources like studies from multiple sources like NASDAQ, OMX, then India Equity Market, NSE data, and then 2010 flash crash, as you already mentioned. Thanks for that. So, how they did it? Of course, the algo trading shut off automatically, while, whereas discretionary traders froze, worsening losses. And of course, the academic report also published in the Journal of Banking and Finance validated that algo traders manage market volatility much better. Now, this was a study on retail investors during COVID-19, and the graph shows it is the graph that relates to the market liquidity crisis. And towards the right of the graph, as we see that there is a plunge, and it dips actually during the month of April. The study validated algo traders remained active, resilient, and more consistent. Now, how's it? Let's dive deeper. For instance, the study continued that it shows that algo trading activity before COVID and during COVID. It is a quantitative evidence that is, again, this has been actually stacked against two groups of stocks. One is the high QI stocks, stocks that actually fluctuate more often. Those are regarded as high QI stocks. Low QI stocks, those don't fluctuate or rarely fluctuate. In all these parameters, before COVID and during COVID, it was concluded, and through this data, that actually there was lot of algorithmic liquidity provision. Okay, and this liquidity provision didn't dry up during the COVID, and that was a direct quantitative evidence that proved actually that algo traders remained active, consistent, and resilient during COVID than non-algo traders. Okay, and coming to the next one, even for institutional investors, there was a study by Bank of International Settlements, and it was on foreign exchange liquidity conditions during COVID-19. And on the left side of the graph, it shows spread versus volatility, Euro, USD, JPY pair, and GBP and USD pair dispersion on the right side. And it concluded that despite heightened volatility, algorithms maintain significant volumes and two-way order flow. And this is the monthly performance by algorithm style across metrics: performance versus risk transfer, market impact, actual versus expected cost. And it concluded again that algos outperformed risk transfer and showed lower slippage, reduced market impact, and tighter costs. Okay. And coming to the execution trilemma, where it illustrates a trade-off. And as an evidence, during March 2020, institutions also favored algorithms to minimize market impact, spread costs, showing that algorithms adapted to market volatility way better compared to discretionary traders. And continuing to the next one. So why these graphs are important? These graphs are quantitative evidences, not statements. Quantitative evidences that showed that during COVID-19 volatility, algorithms scaled up, filled more quickly, delivered better execution than traditional risk transfer execution, and also highlighted that institutions using this algo trading strategies manage trade-offs more efficiently than manual methods. And again, there was a study on proprietary algo traders, and again, they came with the same conclusion. It also showed that proprietary algo traders increased buy and sell depth during extreme returns, thereby restoring the liquidity after shocks. So it concluded that actually it helps with liquidity restoration both during and after crisis by supplying more depth and mitigating volatility. And there was a study on algo institution, professional, and retail traders, wherein it from Nasdaq data it
Deep, your time is
concluded
done.
the same actually. Yep.
Okay, now do the rebut for in the 6 minutes, then 4 minutes for the audience. Okay.
Yes, yes. So overall, you are working on the rigid rules, but volatility offer like it requires intuition and judgment. So like how your system account uh, captures or the market signals that has no valid data and historical things. So how can you say that uh, volatility is better in algo trading?
First of all, no valid data is a very wrong phrase, I would say, because algos are backed by data, historical data. These are all data driven. It's not a pseudoscience. So that's a very wrong phrase to use in the
Ah,
first place. Second thing is all these are quantitative evidences that I have shared. It is not something that came out of my mind, and these are regulatory reports. So it already validated that actually it is not, in general, all algos are driven by data. Okay. Some less sophisticated, some more sophisticated. That is the only difference. Okay. So, of course, it's automated and data driven. That's why it can actually, and also capable of controlling risks. So all this equipped together, it actually equips a retail investor or any category of investor, as I have already shared through my data, that the quantitative data speaks in terms of volatility, in terms of any condition, whether it's a normal condition or extreme condition, that algo trading actually manages and adapts to volatility way better compared to discretionary trading. And it is proven by data that I have shared with you. It is not something
So Deep,
just
here my
talking.
submission is you're a lot more emphasizing about data, data, data.
hmm.
But where we talk about the examples which we given in, you also discussed about COVID-19 crash,
Hmm.
and we gave demonetization, one of the other examples, and the
Hmm.
Ukraine-Russia
Ukraine-Russian
war.
where
War. So are you trying to explain us that that's also in your data that this thing's gonna happen?
First of all, Ukraine Russia data, there was no data from your side that proved that algo trading was falling down.
Mhm.
Was there any data? No, nothing. These are
Okay,
all
now,
statements
now, now
that
take
you're
some
So
using.
questions from the audience.
okay, all right.
Sta- Statements don't matter.
Yeah. Anybody want to ask some questions?
Right. See, like,
stay.
yes, Mr. Singh is wants to say something.
Yes,
So
Mr. Singh.
first of all, guys, अभी अपने बात कर रहे हैं अबाउट अल्गो ट्रेडिंग. अभी वो मतलब वॉलेटिलिटी कौन हैंडल करता है, कैसे मतलब अच्छी वॉलेटिलिटी कैसे कौन हैंडल करती है, अल्गो या मैनुअल. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर एल्गो फॉर एग्जांपल पर्सन ए ने एक एल्गो डेवलप करी है जो वॉलेटिलिटी हैंडल अच्छे से नहीं कर पा रही, तो हो सकता है पर्सन बी की जो डेवलप किया गया है, जो उसने कोड लिखा है, वो बेटर कर पाए. सो इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि भी कौन बेटर करता है कैसे, दैट्स माय पॉइंट. भी एल्गो चेंज की जा सकती है, उसको बेटर बनाया जा सकता है, उसमें नई इन्फॉर्मेशन ऐड की जा सकती है, नए सेट ऑफ रूल्स ऐड किए जा सकते हैं. और मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग में यू नो दिस इज अ लूजिंग बैटल अगर मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग को एल्गो से हम कंपेयर करेंगे तो. दैट्स माय पॉइंट.
I guess, Mr. Singh, that's not like the point. That's your judgment which you have made.
ब्रो
But for
एल्गो
us,
एल्गो को हम कर सकते हैं ना इम्प्रूव हम
correct. But as an human being, you improve day by day. You if you see yourself back 10 years, you are not the same person. You are not the same person having the same information which you have today, the same
ऑब्वियसली
knowledge which you
ऑब्वियसली
have today, right? So
कल
as you
कल
have
मैंने
been
मार्केट में
evolved,
मैं आपको एक
everything
पॉइंट बताता हूँ
can happen.
एग्जांपल देके समझाता हूँ ब्रो भी आपने
Javed
फर्स्ट
sir,
डे
can
अपने
you please mute your mic, Javed sir? Okay.
सो हम सबका एक एग्जांपल रिलेट करके बताता हूँ भी फर्स्टली जिस दिन हमें पता चला होगा ट्रेडिंग के बारे में हम सब ने एक प्लान बनाया होगा और हम उस प्लान को एग्जीक्यूट करने जा रहे होंगे ठीक है लेकिन जैसी मार्केट ओपन हुआ जैसी चार्ट्स इधर उधर हुए हमारा प्लान से थोड़ा सा भी एक्सपेक्टेशन से थोड़ा डिफरेंट काम हुआ तो हम सारे उस चीज के अंदर नहीं मैनेज कर पाए और उसको लॉस हुआ दैट इज द स्टोरी एवरीवन सबके साथ हुआ होगा ये एंड इस चीज को करने के लिए इस चीज को मतलब सही करने के लिए ही डेवलप की गई थी एल्गो ट्रेडिंग भी मैं जो मेरा प्लान बना रहा हूँ वो आज जो मार्केट में मैं अपना विनिंग प्लान बना रहा हूँ और वो प्लान मैंने राइट कर दिया एल्गोरिदम में और वो वैसे ही क्लिक करेगा सो मान लो मैंने एल्गोरिदम बनाई वो नहीं अगर मान लो वो एक दिन 2 दिन 3 दिन 10 दिन बाद वो एल्गोरिदम खराब होने लगी तो मैंने जो इन्फॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करी है 10 दिन में मैं उसमें ऐड कर सकता हूँ और बेटर बना सकता हूँ और अगर आप कह रहे हो 10 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है ट्रेडिंग का तो फिर भी ह्यूमन एक्सपीरियंस फिर भी लैग कर जाएगा कभी ना कभी लेकिन इसमें जो सेट ऑफ रूल्स एक बार हमने डेवलप कर लिए एक बार जो हमने एक्सपीरियंस कर लिया वो रूल हमने ऐड कर दिए तो उसमें हमेशा ऐड रहेंगे और अगर आप ट्रेडिंग मैनुअल कर रहे हो तो हो सकता है आप भूल जाओ आपने एक महीना पहले कोई गलती करी थी वो रिपीट करोगे दैट इज 100%.
Once again, Huzefa and Deep, we will do for fourth question, okay?
Yeah. So, coming back to the point, Mr. Singh, which you has given as an example and things which were not a part of a question. The question we were discussing is about
Volatility कौन handle
the
करता
methods which handle market volatility, right?
है
So,
दैट इज द पॉइंट
which
ब्रो बी
yeah, that
okay.
that as in discretionary trader, it's much far easier to change your decisions, go to the plan B, then plan C. If things are not in favor, cut down the losses. Whereas
ब्रो
if you're saying
वोलेटिलिटी में
that
यू
in
यू
a
डोंट
one
नो
line,
अगर अगर एक
in
पॉइंट
one,
पे
let me
मार्केट
complete.
ओके
Let me
ब्रो ओके
complete that in one line that you can change your algorithm and you can develop that. So that's not so easy to say. As you said, it will not get implemented immediately. That requires lot of study, lot of research, lot of back testing, and accordingly things get functional. But as in human brain, you can do things in a matter of fraction of seconds and accordingly change your decision or made an alternative decision just to sustain in the market in the right directions. But where you say you develop an algorithm, it's not that easy. It's just it takes time, it takes a lot of things extra as compared to
ब्रो
manual
आप बोल
discretionary
रहे
trading.
हो ओके सो आप कह रहे हो ह्यूमन ज्यादा अच्छे से इम्पैक्ट कर सकता है उसको
करेक्ट,
लेकिन
बिकॉज आप अगर बोलना चाह रहे हो कि मैं वो चीज इम्प्लीमेंट करूँ एल्गोरिदम में, राइट? तो आपको थॉट आया तभी आपने इम्प्लीमेंट किया, राइट, इन दैट एल्गोरिदम. And you know very well in the moment of implementing that how the algorithm will react and how the algorithm will be functioning, right? So that's a lot big difference. Whereas if you are trader, you know how things gonna work. You can implement the same manually in your market and you can test it. It's functioning as you imagine, as you intended, as your study says you or not. So which requires a less cost, less time, less investment. Everything gets reduces, the time get reduces and you get the immediate fast results. Whereas if you talk about implementing the same things in the algorithm, which it's a whole different
ब्रो
big story, right?
So,
ब्रो द थिंग इज
so Mr. Singh, what's your question? Can you please repeat?
सो मेरा क्वेश्चन है भी अगर हम ट्रेडिंग के एवरीबडी इज ट्रेड्स ऑन द सेट ऑफ रूल्स सबके रूल्स होते हैं भी यार इस रूल से आउट नहीं होना और एवरीबडी नोस कि अगर मैं मेरे रूल ब्रेक करूंगा तो किसी ना किसी दिन मुझे लॉस होगा दैट इज ट्रू और ये होगा भी होगा जो भी मतलब अगर वो बोलता है भी मैं मार्केट देखूंगा मैं चार्ट देखूंगा और जैसे मेरा मन करेगा जैसे मेरी जजमेंट होगी मैं उस हिसाब से करूंगा तो आज नहीं तो कल उसे लॉस होने वाला है क्योंकि वो ब्रेन एक दिन कर जाएगा भी हमें हैंडल नहीं कर पाएगा तो रीजन ही यही था भी किसी दिन एल्गो ट्रेडिंग के डेवलपमेंट का रीजन ही यही था कि जो ट्रेडर्स थे वो उन्हें सेट ऑफ रूल्स डालने थे अपने और वो रूल्स के अकॉर्डिंग ही ट्रेड करना था हम एग्जांपल ले रहे हैं एक एक दिन के क्रैश के, फ्लैश क्रैश हो गया, कोरोना क्रैश हो गया, वो सर्टन साल में एक बार, 2 साल में एक बार एक चीज आनी है, उसका एग्जांपल लेके हम रेगुलर जो 90% डेज में जो मार्केट चलती है उसको नहीं डिस्काउंट कर सकते ना। मेनली तो वो
Right,
90% ऑफ द
right.
टाइम सही होना चाहिए हमारे मार्केट।
I agree with you. That's why I showed another experiment, और एक experiment मैंने दिखाया जहाँ पे normal and extreme conditions both दिखाया गया है, ठीक है। और वहाँ पे एल्गो ट्रेडिंग ट्रेडर्स और नॉन एल्गो ट्रेडर्स से कंपैरिजन भी है कोविड
After this
19
answer, we
छोड़कर।
will have fourth question. Okay.
ओके, तो वो कोविड 19 को छोड़ के, कोई इमरजेंसी या कोई अनफोर्सिन इवेंट या इंसिडेंट को छोड़ के मैंने दिखाया, वहाँ पे भी एल्गो ट्रेडिंग जो है वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा मार्केट वोलेटिलिटी को कंट्रोल किया और अडेप्ट किया कंपेयर टू नॉन एल्गो ट्रेडर्स।
So
और
you are saying volatility is predictable according to algorithms and your
it
thing.
is not about predictability, it is about managing the
Managing.
volatility। प्रिडिक्शन की
So
बात ही
you
नहीं हो
can
रहा है यहाँ
manage the
पे।
volatility, right? You can manage it.
मैनेज बेटर।
No, it
So you
is
are
taking
moving the
no, no,
market
no,
ups and
absolutely
downs.
no. It is like taking advantage of the volatility through a predefined algorithm. That is
Correct,
what
correct,
he is
correct,
trying to suggest.
correct. And also, it is also about management. I mean,
Okay.
managing
Okay,
better.
Deep. Let's start the fourth question.
Okay.
I think fourth question is it's quite late now. No, we have taken a lot of time.
Srikanth
Fourth
sir,
for the bonus.
Pratik sir said to do it.
अरे यार, जल्दी करो तो।
Hello, Sumit. So, Akib will go first.
Akib, yeah.
Okay.
So our next question is which trading method makes better decisions? Huzaifa, can you start?
Yeah, so history's biggest traders where discretionary comes. So based on the research and the analysis report, George Soros in 1992 sh- shorted the pound and made a profit of 1 billion. In one of the examples in the past, which we gave about Mr. Jones, which was in 1987, predicted the Black Monday and accordingly made 200% of return. And Billiken, it's recently in 2020 about the COVID-19 crash, accordingly, based on the intuition, not getting stressed, not getting uh, any in other direction, taking proper decisions, ended up making an hedge of 27 million to 2.6 billion. These figures are way bigger than an algorithm can do, as in human can do, which we have explained and countered in the below points. So in the real world, as we already discussed about the Russia and Ukraine war, so in ample amount of situations, algorithm is not able to take that whole of a sudden sharp move. If you talk about volatility, accordingly things gonna work. But what about the point when the news comes into the market, when the market start reacting immediately? It doesn't wait for algorithm to tune themselves. It doesn't wait for the algorithm to change their strategies or parameters. Accordingly, the market react. So where a manual trader can do it immediately as it's happening simultaneously, parallelly going in the world. So these are the examples where the technology, and we give a 44.4 million loss in 45 minutes, one of the best companies which does in US stock market, and in Japan also 600 billion fat finger order nearly disturbed the market. A wrong button pressed in algorithm ended up losing 600 billion and 440 million. It's a big number, which as compared to manual trading, it cannot happen. If you take a wrong decision or a wrong trade, you can cut down your losses as soon as you got to know that. In the real world, go to the next slide, please. Akib, we
Yes,
have one
yes.
more slide, right? Or we have ended. Go
Yeah.
back. All right, so that's about us. That about the last question, that making decisions is more far easier and quicker based on the news, based on the things happening in the world, as compared to algorithm. Algorithm need to be retuned, need to be reconfigured based on the situations, and accordingly they're gonna happen. Whereas as compared to a human being who is a manual trader, who can act on things immediately as it's come to his mind, right? So decision making is far more quick, far more effective, far more best performing, with the great examples in the manual trading. Whereas compared to algorithms, if you have made a decision, if you did things in a certain directions which is not in your favor, which can give you a big loss in just fractions of minutes, not even hours. So we have a great example of 45 minutes which made you a loss of 440 minutes, right? So these are the examples which we given you based on the research, and that's it from our end about the decision making. Thank you.
Yes, Sumit, shall I start?
Start.
Yeah,
Okay.
Please go ahead, Deep.
Okay. Okay, so without any doubt, algo trading makes better decisions compared to discretionary trading. Decisions in terms of price discovery. So in forex markets, for example, manual traders' contribution fell from 30% to from 2008 to near zero in 2016, while algorithms rose to almost 100% of price discovery. Also, algorithms, related to superior decision speed. It can incorporate new information and update orders in milliseconds, outpacing the speed that the discretionary traders can take. So, because discretionary traders rely on a slower cognitive and execution processes. Also, algo is better in routine and high frequency contexts as well. And in terms of it is very much validated by the data that algo trading is actually dominant and is consistent across asset classes. So Bank of International Settlement data shows algos contribute the majority of price discovery in equities, foreign exchange, and futures, leaving discretionary traders with a minor role. Order placement efficiency, in terms of order placement also, it actually is algo trading is much way superior because it optimizes order size, timing, and venue selection, which reduces market impact and improves execution quality. Now, this is a study and it was reported in Federal Reserve, wherein it shows how manual traders' contribution to price discovery collapsed to near zero, while algos became dominant in foreign exchange markets. So from BI's data, based on this data, it also shows algo systems dominating price discovery, as I already mentioned, across equities, foreign exchange, futures, with discretionary or manual trading contributing very, very less, as you can see from the data. And coming to the hesitation perspective, wherein algos remove hesitation and second guessing, leading to more rational execution based on predefined strategies compared to humans. So this is a data based on the release from Zetra exchange that flags which orders come from algos and non-algos. And the last one, that is algo traders rely heavily on limit orders, as we all know, especially those placed at the best bid, right? So they rarely use market orders, but human traders, in contrast, use more market orders. So what does it show? This highlights actually algos are much more disciplined, rule based, and also it reduces emotional overreaction and hesitation. So decision making is way better by algo trading methods compared to discretionary trading. Thank you. And also another last point I will say, this chart also compares the average time that order maintains remain at the spread before being deleted. So as you can see, algo orders are cancelled more quickly, showing that algos react faster to changing market conditions and update their strategies promptly. So it avoids hesitation or delayed reactions. So all these graphs actually point to one statement, that algo trading makes way more better decisions than discretionary trading or manual trading. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so now the time for rebuttal. Ask questions, Akib and Deep. Akib?
हेलो आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, I can hear you.
So if algo like trading make orders cancel fast and it is more speeder than the human decision, then how can a glitch can cause 45 minutes glitch can cause 440 million loss? Why do not, where is the like the break that you were saying, the guidelines and rules?
So first of all, those are some rare instances that you mentioned.
No,
Okay.
but that
And
that is rare. I know
number
that is
one,
rare, but it
oh,
is there. You can't
adding to that,
defend on that. Yes.
it is not about the integrity of algo trading or inherently how the algo trading works. It was much more specific to the algo trading platform or the architecture in essence. What I mean to say is, algo trading is not something that there will be a glitch in the system and you can incur a lot of losses. It
Oh,
was one of an instance that there was a architecture failure, the technological failure, and it incurred losses. But what I shared with you, it is not one of an instance or nothing like that. Any special event I didn't share with you. What I shared with you, sir, is some common instances. Based on that data, we have concluded that actually it manages or makes much better decision than discretionary trading. So exceptions can be always there in any case, in any method, but exceptions actually don't prove our point. You understand what I am saying, right? I haven't shared exceptions. I have shared common events, and common events point to one and the only thing, and that is algo trading makes way more better decision than discretionary trading, and it's proven by the quantitative data that I have shared. That's all I can say.
So, Deep, you're trying to say that algorithm is making a way better decisions than a manual trader does in the situations and scenarios. So, wanted to know from you that can you give an overview that an algorithm, you agree with me or not, that an algorithm is based on the strategy or it's been developed by an idea which is being designed by a human, right? Do you
Yes,
agree with me or not, right? Yeah.
yes and no.
So,
Yes and no.
yes,
how can you
yeah,
be both?
yeah. So
Either
why?
yes,
Yes
either
and no
How
no.
can you
because
know?
a
No,
thought
so
came
an
to a human being.
algorithm cannot
I will
take
tell you. I will
decisions
tell you.
by his
Let
own.
Uzefa complete.
There is the strategy, there is the human being behind that, there is an idea behind that, who is commanding, who is asking that algorithm to do, who is guiding, who is
Can you tell me
navigating.
your point instead of citing a history? Just
I'm
come to
not
the point.
citing the history, I am just giving you the
See, you
factual
can't control
information
us.
that
You can only
algorithm
control algorithm.
No,
Let him speak.
algorithm doesn't
Whoever
functions at
come to the
all.
point. Come to the point. What you want to say?
My point of view is that if you say that in manual trading human makes not makes proper decision, or if you say takes a lot of time as compared to algorithm, but if you see the backbone of an algorithm, there is a human being sitting around, right, who has made that algorithm, who has asked that algorithm to take that decision in that situations. There is not an algorithm who is doing that all decision making altogether by himself. There is somebody behind the back, and who is, and initially if you see, an algorithm cannot be function or cannot be made by somebody who is not a discretionary trader, who has not having any zero experience in the market, who doesn't know how things functions in the market, who it can be made only by those who has well experienced in the market, who has done proper research in the market, who has done hell lot of back testing, and
Okay, I will tell
accordingly the
you,
decision
validated
making
my
part
point there.
can happen. The
You actually
functioning
validated my
is
point.
different. If the functioning is a different point, whereas we talk about the decision making is always in the court of in the ball is always in the court of discretionary traders, because ultimately they are the ones who has been taking things in such a way so that they
No,
know how to.
absolutely, absolutely not. I mean, even through data or maybe apart from that also, algo tradings, it's actually refined through machine learning algorithms. It's refined to data only. A human being can't process that much data. So the brain is, a thought came to a human's mind, but he's not managing the risk. He's not making better
After
decisions.
that, take some
It
question
is
from the audience.
it is happening. It is happening because a lot of data is being processed by algos. That's why the decision making is better.
So
That
hedge
that
funds are still
so
dependent on humans only.
that amount of data can't be processed by a human being. That's why the decision is better. It is not about a single idea coming to a mind. What will happen in discretionary trading? Decision making is not at that level.
But then why hedge funds are still dependent on humans, not just on algorithm?
Hedge funds are not dependent on human. The dynamics is changing, brother. It is changing. It is also changing in India slowly, but in US
It
it is
is
changing faster.
it is changing, but it is not changed yet. And my one more submission, if you talk about Indian perspectives, so can you name us a famous algorithm, or let's give you an other option, as in general, that everybody can name a famous trader who is a discretionary trader, right? One
See,
of the greatest
first of all,
example in my slide
first
is
of all,
Rakesh.
naming,
Can you
understand,
name
understand
any
one
algorithm
thing. That doesn't prove anything. If I can't name
that
algo trader famous,
proves your
Yes,
numbers
proof.
which you
Yes, proof.
showed is that
that
the number
that,
which you
that
showed is
doesn't.
not correct?
No, 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 absolutely not. It is data
If
validated
everybody
by
is
regulatory
relying on
bodies.
algorithms,
Of
everybody should know which algorithm is
course.
making a big difference.
Of
If
course.
everybody
Of
is
course. For
happening,
example,
if the numbers,
have
if
you
your
heard
numbers
of?
are true, it should
Okay, okay. Have you heard
Deep, I
of
have one question.
HFT?
Deep, I have one
Just a
question.
minute. Just a minute.
Hold
Just a
on,
minute.
hold
Let
on.
me answer.
Who was
Let
the
me answer.
Answer is
Just
that we never thought about
have you
it.
heard of HFT? Whosoever.
No,
Have you
no,
heard
we
of
are
Deep?
HFT?
Deep, I
Hudson
have
Unit
one
Trading?
question.
Just a
no,
minute,
no,
Javed.
no,
Javed,
no, no.
hold on.
Okay.
We are
Have
discussing
you
about
heard of
one person,
HFT?
but the
Have you heard
strategy.
of Betterment? Have you heard of Wealthfront? These are proprietary firms, and that have been growing like hell. Exponentially, they are growing. Why they are
So y-
growing?
my
It is
question
not
was to
about
the general
one.
Bridgewater,
audience, as the
No,
you
debate
might
it
is
be
is
heard
general
of
audience.
Bridgewater
wait,
It is
Association,
weird.
Warren Buffett,
I am talking
Citadel,
about general
Millennium
common
Management,
retail investors only.
BlackRock.
Rakesh Junjunwala
No,
in India. Rakesh
I am
If
not
Junjunwala,
you
talking
are
about.
showing the
I am
list,
not
we
most
can
talking
also
famous
about
show
one or
successful
this.
two
famous trader
celebrities.
in Indian stock
I,
market.
see, understand one thing. From the data, I am not talking about one or two celebrities. I am talking about general
Rakesh
investors.
Junjunwala is not a celebrity who used the
he was a
discretionary
trader.
trading.
Understand. Understand
Yeah,
one thing. It's
everyone knows
not about
the name
one or
Rakesh
two figures.
Junjunwala, the most
One or
famous and successful
Javed,
trader
it's
in
not
Indian
about
stock.
one or two figures.
Guys,
It's
your session
about
is
a
Yeah, it's
over
not
now.
about one.
common
Give some time to
retail
audience.
It's a
retail
Okay,
person.
investor.
okay,
Deep and
okay, okay.
Understand
Huzefa.
It's a
one thing.
Deep,
person.
Akib,
Audience,
Huzefa.
audience,
One second.
audience, audience.
Guys. Stop it. Give some time to audience. Your time is over. Okay.
Basically, what Huzefa and team is trying to tell us that they know somebody called as Warren Buffett and some one or two which algo people don't, algo protagonists don't try to define. But basically, we should understand that it is not Warren Buffett. It is a strategy which makes us, earn something in the market. Likewise, algos have different strategies. It is emerging now. What we are discussing now is from
machine learning to algo to decision making to handling big data. Only algos can do. It is the algo who can easily stop these operators what they try to manipulate the market.
So adding to that, Shikanji, it is about the method, algo trading, why it makes better decisions. Reason being, it is applicable to masses. I'm not talking about one or two algo traders, those who have benefited. I am talking about the masses.
Sir,
Okay.
but strategy भी तो human की थी ना. They were not using anything other than
You
their
understand,
single
Akib?
And
It is not
initially
human.
they were discretionary traders. Then
So
they
human
their
decisions.
tactics they implemented, and accordingly they framed their strategies, their systems into an algorithm, and asked the algorithm to do the needful on their behalf.
no.
Based on their decision making abilities, they programmed that, and accordingly asked the algorithm to functions. Right? Ultimately, they are the
So
ones who are
human make
doing
the
it.
best
They are
decision.
doing it.
That's all.
No, because human can't process that massive data. That massive data has to be processed
But
by
human
algos
can
only.
manage the massive data. That I know.
See, understand one thing. If a strategy comes to a mind, you can put it in coding, and that's it. There, the function stops. In terms of better decision making can only happen through lot of data, by generating lot of data and managing data, and that can happen through algos. It is not
Okay.
about only framing the strategy and putting it. Then it could
Last
have been without
submission
algos.
last submission, if you're talking about and emphasizing about in every point data, so I would like to give you the last submission is the trader, the manual discretionary trader who knows the exact data to capture, so that the algorithm or the strategy can functions what he's trying to implement. If the manual trader doesn't know that which data need to be captured, if you put in wrong data in the algorithm, your algorithm will not work. It should be the decision which made by the discretionary trader or the manual trader who programs or who asks the algorithm to scrap out that specific data which is required for that strategy to be get implemented in the algorithm. It's not
We don't need to
the
put any
algorithm
data in
automatically do
algorithm.
things.
We don't need to put any data. It's about the strategy. It's about a method. Okay.
Guys, do not
And
debate now.
right.
Mr. Singh want to ask some question, I think. Yes, Mr. Singh.
ब्रो, मैं एक बात पूछता हूँ आपसे, ट्रेडिंग में लॉस करने का सबसे मतलब आप 2-3 रीजन ले डाउन कर सकते हैं, टॉप 2 रीजंस। एक नॉर्मल आदमी ट्रेडिंग में उसका लॉस क्यों होता है? चलो मैं बता देता हूँ, उसका लॉस होता है ओवर ट्रेडिंग, रिवेंज ट्रेडिंग, इन सब चीजों से। और इन सब चीजों का ही सोल्यूशन निकाला गया था एल्गो ट्रेडिंग। इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि कौन सा बेटर है, कौन इंस्ट्रक्शन तो हमेशा ह्यूमन ही देगा ना उस चीज को। लाइक वी कैन थिंक ऑफ इट एज अ कॉम्बिनेशन। एक ह्यूमन ने अपने रूल्स बनाए, उस रूल्स को वो फॉलो नहीं कर पा रहा था जब स्क्रीन उसके सामने आती थी, क्योंकि ऊपर नीचे होते हैं इमोशन। आप कह रहे हो वॉलेटिलिटी ह्यूमन हैंडल कर लेगा। अगर आई एम सॉरी ब्रो, अगर आपने ट्रेडिंग की होती तो आपको पता होता जब वॉलेटिलिटी आती है ना, तो ब्रेन कैसे फ्रीज होता है और कैसे समझ नहीं आती उस समय भी कहाँ पे क्लिक करें। और अगर मैंने वॉलेटिलिटी जितनी मर्जी बार देखी हो, लाइक आई एम टेकिंग माय एग्जांपल, आई हैव डन लाइक 3-4 years in that given to the screen, उस समय नहीं समझ आता है इंसान को। तो इसलिए जो मैं फ्यूचर देख पा रहा हूँ, एक ह्यूमन अपने रूल्स डिसाइड करेगा और वो उसका एक एल्गो बनाएगा और वो डिप्लॉय करेगा। वो पैसा कमाएगी नहीं कमाएगी, जो भी उसके अंदर होगी वो उसे सही करेगा और ऐसे करके डेवलप होगा। दैट्स माय पॉइंट। थैंक यू।
So guys, the scores are out. The marketing team favoring algos got 146 points, and the sales team favoring manual trading got 94 points. But it was a closely, I mean, don't, if we just walk away from the points for a moment, I think it was a very well thought out debate. Both sides presented excellent points. I really appreciate the effort both sides put. So I really want to thank everybody for participating. And of course, audience are adding invaluable points to the debate. So thanks a lot everybody for the whole participation. We can continue talking. We can continue talking. But as far as the debate is concerned, the marketing team has won. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
What was the score, Pratik? I did not get that.
146-94.
146 कौन था?
Marketing team. अल्गो
Marketing
ट्रेडिंग को
मतलब
फेवर करने वाली.
अच्छा algo वाली. Okay, okay, right, ठीक. Okay, great.
But very closely for debate. Don't look at the point. The
Yeah, I know.
debate was here.
It was very close. It was very, I mean, quite interactive session. I think I also learned few good things from you all guys.
Right. So I just want to
Thank you
quickly
so
share
much.
the next two debate topics. The next debate topic is going to be, can every small idea become a big idea? And the fourth debate topic is going to be, is the stock market a casino?
A stock market, a machine.
A casino.
Casino. Okay. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
I mean, we don't have to stop talking. I'm sure Singh sir still has some points, and anybody in the audience is free to talk for another 5 minutes if anybody wants to continue talking.
Guys, I just want to talk about अभी आपको क्या लगता है फ्यूचर क्या होगा? देखो ये डिबेट करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है, मैनुअल है या एल्गो है. ऑब्वियसली इन दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन ही होगा, आई थिंक सो, बट आप बता सकते हो अपने पॉइंट. मुझे लगता है मैनुअल ट्रेडर अपने रूल बनाएगा, अपनी एल्गोरिदम डिप्लॉय करेगा, और अगर उसमें कुछ खराबी आती है, वो लॉस बना रही है किसी कारण से, वो कारण आइडेंटिफाई करेगा, उसे इम्प्रूव करेगा, और वो फिर प्रॉफिट बनाएगी.
Right.
So मुझे ऐसा लगता है ऐसा होने वाला.
So I think one way to think about it is, let us just think in terms of automated versus non-automated, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's point.
Right. I mean, automated, definitely we know if you just automate trading, it's not going to work. We know कि जितने भी predictive algorithms हैं वो 3 महीने 4 महीने में फेल होना चालू हो जाते हैं, right? और एक
Continuous
general
improvement चाहिए उसमें हर चीज में.
नहीं, improvement तो चाहिए. There could just be some fundamental flaws in the whole automated trading approach also, right? क्योंकि जैसे dozen diamonds बोलता है कि भैया predictive is always, whether you automate it or you don't automate it, as soon as you start predicting the market, you are setting yourself up for failure at some point. अभी नहीं होगा, 3 महीने में 4 महीने में होगा, right? So definitely, the reason we had set up the debate in this fashion is because there's ample points to be made from both sides. The real demarcation line is between automated, non-automated, and predictive versus reactive, right? But that is dozen diamonds point of view. We believe that reactive is going to take over at some point. Some point, everybody is going to realize that this exercise about predicting the market is a wasteful exercise, and you are setting yourself up for failure at some point. But we'll see. We are the only company right now talking about reactive trading. Hopefully, the wave will catch up, and as people make more profits on a regular basis through reactive trading. So definitely, like Singh sir said, finally it is a combination, and in fact, finally, trading is, even the algo trading is basically done through the discretion of experts, right? So it is a combination of both. I think the real differentiating line is between reactive and predictive. देखते हैं उसमें क्या होता है. Just
Sir,
my
I
thought.
want to add
Go ahead,
one
guys.
thing.
Yeah.
Reacting is also
Individual
sort of a
traders are
predicting.
also making.
क्या बोल रहे हैं सिंह सर?
मतलब आपका पॉइंट ठीक है. मतलब आप कहना चाह रहे हो भी अगर हम चार्ट पैटर्न और इंडिकेटर से हटके जो मार्केट में प्राइस, बेसिकली जो प्राइस ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है उसको देख के रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं, बट दैट इज आल्सो सॉर्ट ऑफ अ प्रेडिक्शन. बट आपका पॉइंट ठीक है, ओला करेंगे तो वो खराब है.
ऐसा नहीं है सर. रिएक्टिव एंड प्रेडिक्टिव आर टोटली डिफरेंट थिंग्स, राइट? रिएक्टिव मींस कि प्राइस का मूवमेंट हुआ, उसके बाद मैं रिएक्ट कर रहा हूँ. उसमें मैं ये नहीं देख रहा कि अभी फ्यूचर में क्या होने वाला है. मेरे एक्शन के बाद मार्केट गिर भी सकता है, बढ़ भी सकता है, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. दैट इज व्हाट रिएक्टिव ट्रेडिंग इज. लेकिन प्रेडिक्टिव ट्रेडिंग इज ऑलवेज ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट व्हाट लाइज इन द फ्यूचर, राइट? देखेंगे. इट्स अ फन टॉपिक. Maybe we'll even have it as a debate topic. Let's see. Reactive versus predictive में क्या मजा आएगा.
बट एट द एंड अगर रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं तो फ्यूचर को ही प्रिडिक्ट करके कुछ रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं ना.
नहीं कर रहे हैं. मेरा वही पॉइंट है. आपको फ्यूचर के बारे में सोचना ही नहीं है. वही रिएक्टिव.
जैसे अपनी लैडर वाली वो अपनी स्ट्रेटजी है. एट द एंड वो स्ट्रेटजी का पॉइंट तो यही है ना भी 50 से प्राइस 100 जाए. दैट इज द मतलब कोर. मतलब हम ये कह सकते हैं भी हाँ भी हम डिपेंडेंट नहीं है इमीडिएट हमारे फेवर में ना भी जाए तो उस पे ठीक है, ये हो सकता है बात कि इमीडिएट
एग्जैक्टली
हमारे फेवर में नहीं भी जा
वो
रही
पॉइंट
तो
वही
भी
हो
ठीक
गया
है।
ना, चाहे फेवर में ना भी जाए तो भी प्रिडिक्टिव में इफ इट डजंट गो इन योर फेवर यू आर इन ट्रबल।
हाँ, हैंड टू हैंड इन ट्रबल, लेकिन अब रिएक्टिव में हम मैनेजेबल है।
राइट
द पॉइंट इज
एग्जैक्टली
लाइक जो भी है एल्गोरिदम की डिबेट का था, अभी जो अपने पॉइंट कर रहे हैं एट द एंड इज ऑल अबाउट मैनेजिंग इट, क्योंकि हमें पता ही नहीं चलेगा अपनी स्क्रीन जब देखेंगे कुछ उल्ट जो हम प्रिडिक्ट सोच के आ रहे हैं ना वो होगा ही नहीं मार्केट में, और जब वो
राइट
नहीं होता तो हम हमेशा उसमें मतलब फंस जाता है इंसान। तो जो मैनेज अच्छा कर सकता है मुझे लगता है वो बेटर ट्रेडर बन सकता है।
एग्जैक्टली
ऑल अबाउट मैनेजिंग।
करते हैं ना, एक डिबेट करते हैं रिएक्टिव वर्सेस प्रिडिक्टिव, देखते हैं क्या होता है।
हाँ ये सही
आज भी
टॉपिक।
देखो कितने इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट हमको सुनने को मिले, that at least I had not thought about every angle that both of them presented, so I really enjoyed it. Mhm. बोलिए सिंह सर,
यस
आपको
सर,
क्या
यस सर।
सुना अगला डिबेट? आप आपके हिसाब से एक अच्छा टॉपिक क्या हो सकता है अपने डिबेट्स के लिए?
सर हमें ना एग्जाम्पल जो ले रहे हैं ना वो एग्जाम्पल यूजलेस हैं। हम झुनझुनवाला के, वॉरेन बफेट के, और उनके
अच्छा
जो भी एग्जाम्पल ले रहे हैं ये सब यूजलेस एग्जाम्पल है। हमें या तो हमें सोर्स करना पड़ेगा अच्छे से एग्जाम्पल, हमें एक पर्सन, क्योंकि मैं जिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आ रहा हूँ ना, मैं जहाँ पे मैं रहता हूँ हमारे आसपास काफी सब यही चलता है।
अच्छा
ट्रेडिंग, स्टॉक ट्रेडिंग, स्पोर्ट्स बैटिंग एंड इस चीज की इकोनॉमी है हमारी सिटी में, काफी बंदे हैं। सो मैं
कौन सी
उनको दो
सिटी है?
रोज देखता हूँ।
सूरत?
नॉट सूरत, इट्स इन राजस्थान।
अच्छा अच्छा
यू मे नॉट हैव हर्ड इट बट या छोटी सिटी है बट ये इकोनॉमी है उसमें, मतलब मैं
बताइए ना,
जानता
सिटी
हूँ
का नाम
15।
बताइए।
श्री गंगानगर, राजस्थान।
अच्छा अच्छा, वेरी
हाँ और
नाइस।
हाँ मैं इनको जानता हूँ काफी काफी टाइम से, 10-10 साल से लोगों को जानता हूँ, और वो ट्रेडिंग करते हैं। कोई अपने इंट्यूशन से करता है, कोई अपने रूल से करता है, और प्रॉफिटेबल को भी जानता हूँ भी यार। इंट्यूशन वाले हम सोचते हैं यार भी कुछ भी सोच के कुछ भी कर रहा है, और वो जीत रहे हैं और उनके पास अच्छे अच्छे खासे पैसे। मैं उनको देख के मेरे को ऐसे लगता है कि यार कहाँ हम ब्लैक का कर रहे हैं यार, ये तो तुक्के मार के भी जीत रहे हैं। सो
राइट
इसमें काफी चीजें इन्वॉल्व होती है। और एक लास्ट जाते जाते क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ सर, सबसे जो भी अभी रह गया ट्रेड इसमें भी, आपको क्या लगता है किसी को ट्रेडर सिखाया जा सकता है ट्रेडिंग करना, या फिर ये मतलब एक अंदर से ही होता है इंसान के, जो है वो है, जो नहीं बनता वो नहीं बन सकता? व्हाट डू यू
नहीं
गाइस
सर,
थिंक?
आई थिंक इट इज यू, आई पर्सनली थिंक इट कैन बी टॉट, राइट?
हम्म।
Definitely. See, the
या आई
point is,
आल्सो।
it's all logical. At the end of the day, good trading has to be about
हम्म।
logic. It can't be about emotion because market doesn't care about your emotion. Market को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, बुरा लग रहा है, क्या लग रहा है. Market doesn't care. But market is there to be understood. और वो understanding market के बारे में through logic ही आ सकता है, right?
राइट राइट राइट। या
तो
सर।
लॉजिक तो किसी को भी सिखाया जा सकता है. मैं आपको कहानी बताता हूँ. मेरी 2 नीसेस हैं, 6 साल की, 7 साल की.
हम्म
नहीं, एक्चुअली जब उनको पूछा था तो वो 8 साल की, 10 साल की थी. उन दोनों को उनकी मदर ने बोला जाओ भाई ये मामा जी से स्ट्रेसलेस ट्रेडिंग मेथड सीखो. वो दोनों बैठे, मैंने एक्सेल स्प्रेडशीट में दोनों को दिखाया. छोटी वाली लड़की अपने कमरे में गई, $100 अपने वॉलेट से लेके आई, बोले मामा जी मेरा $100 एसटीएम पे इन्वेस्ट कर देना. राइट? मेरा कहने का मतलब है
राइट
एक 10 साल का बच्चा भी समझ सकता है कि क्या हो रहा है. तो
राइट राइट
सिखाया
राइट।
तो सबको जा सकता है, ऐसा नहीं है कि सिखाया नहीं जा सकता.
नहीं ट्रू,
बस
ये
थोड़ा
सिखाया जा
पेशेंस चाहिए होता है और कुछ नहीं.
इसके पीछे एक स्टोरी भी है सर, एक मैंने बुक में पढ़ी थी। उसमें कोई ट्रेडर थे यूएस के दो, उनका मतलब मैं शेयर कर दूंगा स्क्रीनशॉट। उनके अंदर
श्योर.
एक बेट लगी थी, और एक बंदा बोल रहा था नहीं कर सकता, दूसरा बोल रहा था कर सकता है। लेकिन बाद में प्रूफ किया, जिसने जो बोल रहा था कर सकता है उसने टीम हायर करी, और उसकी टीम ने लाइक मिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स कमा के दिया उसको। सो ये प्रूव हो चुका है पहले भी, ट्रेडिंग सिखाई जा सकती है।
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. और वही हम चाहते हैं कि इंडिया में लोग ट्रेडिंग सीखें, लोग समझें कि वो हो क्या रहा है. लोग जनरली अज्यूम कर लेते हैं कि ये तो जुआ है, इसको तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते. वो थॉट पैटर्न चेंज होगा. हमको ये नहीं भूलना चाहिए कि जो ये स्टॉक मार्केट है वो पूरी कंट्री का इकोनॉमी इन्फ्लुएंस करती है.
या ट्रू
राइट?
ट्रू। और हमें सर एग्जांपल भी ऐसे लेने चाहिए भी। एक तो हमें या तो हमें लेके आनी चाहिए किसी की, मतलब जो भी बैलेंस शीट, जो भी ट्रेड कर रहा है उसकी बैलेंस शीट लेके आनी चाहिए। हमें आइडेंटिफाई करने चाहिए लोग जो कर रहे हैं असल में प्रॉफिटेबल ट्रेड, और उनसे कनेक्ट करना
राइट.
चाहिए, और उनसे उनको लेके आना चाहिए डिबेट के अंदर।
वेरी
क्योंकि
वेरी गुड पॉइंट. हम ट्राई करते
जो
हैं,
वो
हम
हाँ
लेके आते हैं.
जो पॉइंट्स वो ब्रदर बोल रहे थे भी यार, डिसीजन लिया जा सकता है वोलेटिलिटी में, मैं उस पॉइंट से बिल्कुल एग्री 1% भी नहीं करता। ब्रेन फ्रीज हो जाता है जितने बड़े से बड़ा हो, एकदम से अनप्रिडिक्टेबल कुछ होना लगता है तो उस टाइम फ्रीज हो जाता है ब्रेन, क्लिक नहीं कर पाता है इंसान, प्रोसेस नहीं कर पाता इतनी फास्ट।
हाँ नहीं, आपकी बात एकदम ठीक है। अगले डिबेट में हम एक इकोनॉमिक्स के लेक्चरर को लेके आएंगे जज बनने के लिए। आई एम श्योर दैट विल मेक इट इवन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग। और उसके बाद हम एक ट्रेडर को भी लेके आएंगे जज बनने के लिए। मजा आएगा।
दैट बी ग्रेट। या
ठीक है, चलो रैप अप करते हैं।
सिंह सर एक रिक्वेस्ट है। सिंह सर,
सॉरी ब्रो।
सर एक रिक्वेस्ट है आपको।
हाँ जी ब्रो।
आपका बहुत सारा मतलब दोस्त तो होगा जो ट्रेडिंग करता होगा, राइट?
यार वो मैं या ला सकता हूँ उनको, बट वो फिर अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बोलेंगे और उनका जो होगा बोलने वाला वो अपने से ट्रेडिंग से रिलेटेड नहीं होगा, चार्ट से रिलेटेड नहीं
जो
होगा।
भी है सर, बुला के लाइए ना, डिबेट है, मजा आएगा।
स्पोर्ट्स बैटिंग वालों को और ये सब वालों को लेके आऊँ क्या?
ऑफ कोर्स, जिसको
लेके
मन करे लेके आइए।
लेकर आऊंगा
ऑफ कोर्स,
ठीक है।
फाइनली तो सब ह्यूमन बीइंग्स हैं ना, उनका पॉइंट भी मैटर
हाँ,
करता है।
उनका पॉइंट रखने के लिए फिर बहुत मजेदार हो जाएगी ट्रेड,
ऑफ
ये अपनी
कोर्स
डिबेट।
और अगला डिबेट तो है ही मजेदार। कैन एवरी स्मॉल आइडिया बिकम अ बिग आइडिया। इसमें तो हर कोई कुछ ना कुछ बोलेगा ही। ठीक है ना?
प्लीज सर आप लेके आओ, मजा आएगा।
ट्राई करता हूँ सर, मैं उनको बात करता हूँ उनसे।
ऑफ कोर्स।
श्योर।
ठीक है, चलो गाइस रैप अप करते हैं। थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर एवरीबॉडी फॉर पार्टिसिपेटिंग।
थैंक यू सर।
Yeah, thank you.
एवरीवन।